Hey everybody, it is Sunday. Yep, it's looking like a bit of a rainy day out here. It's not the best, but you know, it's just water. So yeah, riding along Bloor Street here. I heard some like gunshots going off. I was like, whoa, something like going down, like what? But it's a Remembrance Day parade, I suppose. Well, I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow. But either way, they're doing something. So yeah, just gonna wait for this to move along a little bit. And then they're doing some other stuff by this church. I guess there's another war memorial over here. Kinda neat. But yeah, once they were done doing that, kept on going. I was gonna stop at the No Frills and get some no-name cola. But I need regular sugar cola and a diet cola, and they only had just regular cola. So went down the street to the Fresh Go, and they had the Compliments cola as well as diet cola. And something kind of weird, they also have Blue Label diet and regular cola. So it's like, does Compliments have their own like Coke and Pepsi versions? I don't know. But yeah, crossing over the Don Valley. Neat. Anyways, I'm picking up these sodas and some pizza because we're going to be doing a blind cola taste test challenge. That's right, guys. We're seeing what's the best cola. Can we tell Coca-Cola apart from all the other colas? We've got a stockpile of 8 different colas. Got regular Coke, Diet Coke, and Coke Zero, as well as the Pepsi versions of those 3. And just a regular cola, or the Compliments no-name one, and the diet version. You know, Compliments doesn't have a zero version. Anyways, here's my guesses versus what was actually on the right there. You can see I got Coke Zero and regular Coke correct. However, at the end, I kind of thought that the last one tasted pretty good. It was actually Pepsi Zero, and I rated it as an 8 because I was like, that was good. But yeah, overall, I feel like I did pretty alright in guessing these. I kind of just drink whatever is cheapest. So, yeah. Anyways, here's Tyler's guesses. He got Coca-Cola correct. Everything else a little bit off. But to his credit, you know, he only really drinks Coca-Cola, so he can pretty much determine if it's Coca-Cola or not Coca-Cola. Or Pepsi and tastes like Diet Coke to him. So, anyways, now we're doing Adam and Don's blind taste testing. Now, Don has repeatedly told us that aspartame, she can definitely taste the difference between aspartame and sugar. So I made sure to give them the regular sugar sodas first, so there wouldn't be any cross-contamination between sugar and aspartame. And shows up pretty clearly in Don's data that the regular sugar ones tasted at least okay, although she just still didn't like them. And yeah, Adam's points were a little bit closer to mine, where Pepsi Zero actually ranked pretty high, almost as high as Coca-Cola for him. And yeah, I'll throw up the graphics for them if you guys want to see what they rank stuff. It does seem like there's a pattern of regular sugar colas ranking a bit higher. I think Don is our most brutal rater, having a difference between 0 and 5, whereas everybody else I think rated between like a 3.5 difference between their highest and lowest. So I added up everyone's score and sorts it out pretty interestingly. Coca-Cola is on top, just barely by half a point. And then because of Don's rankings, I'm pretty sure sorted the regular sugars and zeros and diets. But yeah, a neat experiment overall. And we also checked out the demo for Tyler's game that he's working on, Cattle Country. and just kind of hung out for a while in the basement, petting Bento. Yeah, Tyler had a evening plan, so he's heading out. Meanwhile, we started watching the Canadian version of Old Enough, which is based on a Japanese show where they send toddlers on their first errand alone. Well, you know, they have a TV crew following them in the Japanese version as well as the Canadian version, but I thought they could never do it in Canada because, like, look at the route that this kid has to take to get to his nearest convenience store. The store is literally behind his house. It's 100 meters away. I measured it on Google Maps. And he has to walk half a kilometer to get this store. And, yeah. I mean, it's not a very safe... Well, it's not, like, the most dangerous walk. For most of the journey, he is walking along a sidewalk and doesn't have to cross any major streets. Yeah, I found it on Google Maps since they showed the name of the store, the Shine Variety. It's a car wash, so that's another layer of like kind of danger for this kid. But again, I'm just measuring it out the sidewalks, and I was kind of like looking on the street view, like could he have like gone through that like weird Bloom Crescent and like cut through the lots, but no, they have these huge fences up, so he'd have to walk along these sidewalks. And then once he gets here, from the sidewalk to the store, there's no like pedestrian marked crossing areas, and even just like getting to the store itself, it's got these car wash exits on the other side that have these huge blind spots, which most people are gonna drive safe enough, but you never know. This kid's 3 years old, like who knows what's gonna happen with this guy. But, you know, it's TV, they made sure he was fine and stuff. It's just kind of indirectly highlights how shitty it can be to be a pedestrian in Canada. But anyways, we're we're just going to Subway. Yeah, I mentioned Subway to Adam and he was kind of hyped. He was like, yeah, let's go get Subway. We ate that along with some chili. Pretty tasty chili. Don had made this earlier. And yeah, just kind of hanging out. Like, I could have gone home, but I was like, I don't really want to ride in the rain. And sometimes it kind of like picked up for a bit. And oh yeah, this is Grunner, I think. It's like a gardening game, but also like there's all this weird mystery stuff that you're like picking up items and seeing if that like unlocks a new area kind of thing. Like you give this dog a bone and now he's your friend, so you can look at this house. Yeah, just a lot of weird stuff, but that was a good time. Don made brownies and we ate that. Then we tried to bring out Bento for a walk, but it was too rainy outside, so we just like ran him around in the basement, and he seemed to like that. Lots of Bento playtime. Yeah, he likes hide and seek. Guys, what a cute dog. Anyways, eventually it did let up and we were able to bring him out for a bit. Although it's kind of just a tiny walk. So yeah, now it's a bit after midnight and I'm heading home. Seems like the rain has let up in a good way, so riding home. Seeing this red thing, I'm like, oh yeah, Remembrance Day. I'm like, oh fuck, I meant to call my mom. But I guess I'll do it tomorrow. So yeah, that's another day down, guys. See you later.